Average listing prices of available inventory declined last week. So used car retail pricing is finally, as we thought it would in early fall, finally starting to show a slight drop.
All right, shall we knock this out?
Oh, buddy, I feel like smoking Joe Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's knock it out.
Okay, so before we do, super proud of something we're working on. We are working on the merch. So we'll put up some screenshots of it, take a peek at it. Let us know which one you like, because there's a bunch of designs on the screen. They should have numbers next to them. Tell us which one you like. And if you like it, then please buy it when we inevitably sell it, because everything else we do is free.
yeah. You know, we got to figure out a way to make some money here, folks.
Exactly. No, but we're having a lot of fun. And Dad, keep coming up with sayings so we can put them on t-shirts. I will at least wear them, I promise.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to get my Knowledge is Power hoodie.
Yeah, no, it's coming winter 2020 collection. Okay, so let's hop into today's topic. It is our weekly market update. If you make theme songs, feel free to let us know that as well, because maybe we can get a weekly market update theme song going here too. At this point, I just feel like I'm trying to mooch off everyone, and I don't feel great about it. Anyway, we have our weekly update. I'm handing off the mic to you, Dad. That's why people come anyway. Where are we standing in terms of the used and new car market?
Well, this is our weekly COVID-19 market insights from BlackBook. This is the good news. For the first time in 19 weeks, used truck wholesale prices dropped. Finally. And for the fifth week in a row, all wholesale prices dropped. But, but it took, there was 18 weeks in a row where wholesale used truck prices continued to go up, and they finally fell slightly. Outside of the full-size truck market, the depreciation rates for mainstream segments were higher than in previous years. So cars are depreciating a little more quickly than they have in the past. However, we're being asked to pay more for them than you have in the past. Average listing prices of available inventory declined last week. So used car retail pricing is finally, as we thought it would in early fall, finally starting to show a slight drop. It's not a major drop, but it's a slight drop, which means it's headed in the right direction. It doesn't mean that tomorrow is when it's going to be at its lowest, but at least it's moving downward. And so perhaps by the end of the year, we should see, hopefully, a somewhat significant price reduction on the retail side of what dealers are asking for their pre-owned inventory. Volume of used car listings has increased last week, but it's still well below, 5% below what it was a year ago and 18% below what it was in January when we started this year. So there's still, even though there's a slight increase in listings, there's still, as I like to say, a dearth, a DERTH, of used cars, and actually and new cars.
And one thing that I do just want to mention on the used car front, Dad, is the chart that BlackBook has. It's in the report. I'll put it up on the screen. It compares wholesale prices and retail prices.
Yes.
I mean, it's like very clear at this point. You can see we hit the top, and now we're starting to come down, both on, obviously, the wholesale and the retail side. Wholesale, as you should know by now, if you've been following these videos, wholesale prices started to decrease 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago.
5 weeks ago.
5 weeks ago, right? It just started, and now we're seeing it on the retail side as well, even with trucks.
So what that would indicate is that retail lags wholesale price reductions by about 5 or 6 weeks.
Which is really interesting. I didn't know that, Dad, until we started doing these videos week over week. I mean, were you aware of the lag between retail and wholesale?
Well, personally, I was in the new car business or the car
All right,
business
all
for
right,
40.
all
Wait a
right,
second,
all
let me
right,
finish.
all right.
Let me finish. I was in the business for 43 years, and I never realized it. That the
I
lag
thought you
was
were gonna
about
mock
five.
me.
No, I'm not a damn genius. Okay, sometimes I'm a slow learner. It took me 43 years to learn that the lag from reductions in wholesale prices to retail pricing is about 5 to 6 weeks. I didn't really understand that before. But then again, I wasn't reading BlackBook reports on a weekly basis and trying to make myself more aware of every inside incident in the car business. I was sitting at just one end of it in the past, and now we're trying to provide, or I'm trying to provide for, with your assistance and our viewers out there, a slightly broader look at how all this works. Okay, so I was actually admitting my own faults, and you in your efforts stepped all over me. Thank you for the virtual hug.
Give me a hug. Hug back. Hug me back.
I'm hugging you, God damn it. So anyway,
Hug me like you mean it.
by the way, I'm actually going to see this kid again and his sister and her fiance in less than 2 weeks. It looks like I'll be heading to Maryland.
So if you want us to do our first ever Your Auto Advocate live show, please comment down below. If you've made it to this point in the video, just say do a live show. And what we'll do is we'll figure out the technical hurdles. We'll do a live show, preferably from my sister's house. Dara, you have really strong Wi-Fi, way better than here. We'll do a live show. We'll have the family involved, and maybe we'll answer your questions live on the show. You cool with that, Dad?
Hey, put me on the spot. I could almost handle it. Almost. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I could be up for that. Some other interesting stuff. Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed, warned again that the economic recovery that we're experiencing could be derailed and sidetracked rather quickly if there is no additional federal stimulus. That is what's propping this whole house of cards up. And, well, Congress and the Senate and the hell with the American public. We all have a political face that we need to save. We're not going to help save America. We're not going to help save the people of America. Don't worry about it. You figure out how to feed yourself. So anyway, there's a hope
but people are still buying cars, Dad. And so, if they're watching this video.
The people that have money are buying cars. The 8 million more people living in poverty aren't buying cars, and many of them might not even be buying food. So that's all I'm talking about. We need more help to continue the economic growth in the country. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything more than that. That and an EV in every garage. What can I tell you?
I'm thinking, Dad. Okay, go ahead.
No, you were going to ask a question.
Well, I was just wondering if there are any insights in the BlackBook report for other types of vehicles. We've had some people reach out to us. They say, hey, you guys always talk about trucks. And yeah, we do talk about trucks a lot because if you've watched our top 10 best-selling vehicles of the year so far, they're all trucks. Primarily trucks.
Yes.
But I think when I was looking at the report, there was some very considerable decreases in price amongst luxury SUVs, crossovers as well. It's kind of across the board. We're now seeing that downward trend with more. I'll put the chart up on the screen actually.
Yeah.
Just there's more variance across different segments.
Well, the overall softening was about a little over half a point, 0.55%. But the car softening of automobiles, not crossovers, was almost 1%, 0.92%, which on a weekly basis, that's pretty substantial.
It's huge.
Yeah, and something that, as I like to say, is long overdue. Retail demand has softened. So the amount of people in the market is finally starting to decline a bit. And that could have something to do with the lack of federal stimulus. And even though inventory is priced high, and prices are starting to come down. They're starting to come down because there's less people that are expressing an interest in used vehicles than there had been.
Yep.
And that's the main reason why I believe retail prices, aside from the declining wholesale prices, that's the main reason why retail prices are finally starting to come down, because as demand softens, the retailer's response to that is, well, maybe we need to lower our price. And
yeah, definitely.
In this case, they did, and they have.
And our expectation is they will continue to. If you go back and watch some of our videos from about a month ago, you'll hear us saying, if you're in the market to buy a car, wait until December, wait till the end of the year. A lot of people will probably be in the market at the end of the year. However, vehicles will have sat on lots. There is less demand than there was 3 months earlier. And also the wholesale market will have, by that point in time, really declined from its pinnacle, from its, the peak prices that had been attained. So still, I still personally think that that's sound advice if you can wait into next year. I mean, prices are going to continue to go down for an extended period of time. The market at large in automotive is expected to decline. Like new car sales, just to touch on new car for a second, Dad, aren't expected to return to pre-COVID annual sales levels for 5 years. Like, let that sink in for a second. It's going to take 5 years to recover from what happened in 1 year, or really in a couple of months. And so the automotive market's going to kind of suffer here for a little bit, even though at the time you're watching this, you're probably, if you follow the stock market, all the publicly traded companies are going to have a great third quarter. Yeah, they made a ton of money. But if you're in the market, wait till end of the year or beginning of next year. That's when a better deal for you and your pocketbook, that's when you're able to attain that.
Well, you want to hear a scarier statistic? The pre-COVID unemployment levels aren't expected to get back to those levels for a decade.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly.
So what happens in a few months can take 5 to 10 years to recover from. It's not 5 to 10 months. It's 5 to 10 years.
No,
some scary stuff.
I hear you. And you saying scary reminds me, maybe what we do when you're down here is we do a Halloween special as well. I think that could be quite fun.
Do I have to dress up?
I'll dress up as you. I'll wear a black shirt and I'll buzz my head. And you dress up as me. You got to ride my bike.
Do I have to get any tattoos?
Yeah, that'd be so cool. You totally should.
I don't think so. I don't think so. One other thing I wanted to go over.
Yeah,
we keep talking that there's going to be more and more lease returns. Well, there are. The only problem is that those lease returns aren't making it to the wholesale auctions because the dealers are buying them directly as they come in from the lenders. So once a customer returns a vehicle, if it's in even only semi-decent shape, the dealers are scooping them up because they need them for their used car inventories. So those vehicles are never even making it to the auction. And that was a big thing when I was at the mini store and our BMW store, was we lived for those lease returns to come back because it was a solid way to impact our used car inventory with low mileage cars. Yeah. No, and other than that, I personally, I think we pretty much beat this subject to death for at least this week, but we can promise to do it again next.
Yeah, and so as always, we'll link to the BlackBook report in the description. It'll be one of the links down below, so open up the description, click on it. It's got great insights. We're just doing our best to convey them and share them here. So last week we talked about the bubble potentially bursting. This week we've got some validation. Okay, it has.
Yes.
I'll put the chart up again. You can see it. It's parabolic. It's inverse parabolic. It's inversely parabolic.
It's bollock, baby.
It's bollock, baby. That could be a t-shirt. That could be a t-shirt.
And don't forget to put up some pictures of the designs for the potential merch.
Yes, absolutely, and no, that is not me or my father wearing them in the pictures that you're seeing right now. Although I think my dad did look like that gentleman a good 30 or 40 years ago. I think that's what my mom must have seen in him. Maybe something like that.
Perhaps, but she loved me later in life when I was heavier and more cuddly.
She loved you the whole time, man. And I loved you too. Thank you for your time. I can't wait to see if us hugging each other virtually becomes a meme.
I hope not. Love you, handsome. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.